requested video for Johnny. As people get in here, I'll start in a minute or two just to get things ready, get things situated. For those who don't know, The Stuff, which I'll show this in a bit, is a 1985 horror comedy directed by Larry Cohen. May he rest in peace. Great director and writer. My personal favorite is a film he did called The Ambulance, starring Eric Roberts, with him actually playing a comic book artist with Stan Lee in it. Stan the Man. Hey, Dark Cloud, how are you doing? Just getting ready to start the commentary, which is a paid requested video for Johnny of The Stuff. I don't know if you've seen this film, but I have it on my computer, and I'm going to just get things situated just so I can get things ready. Hi, DJ. But I gotta get my headphones and everything in between. Doing okay, DJ. Yeah, ready to watch a very underrated film. This is a good movie, This Stuff. It's kind of the Blob. It's the Blob remake. If it had a lot of even more satire on the food industry. Hey, Shadow Combat. Dark Cloud, you seen it for the first time a few years ago? Pretty good, yes. I do think it's pretty good as well. It's a film that sadly... I mean, Larry Cohen himself doesn't really get talked about as much, but he's a very underrated director. And writer as well. What are the ingredients on this stuff? Sadly, this does not have the ingredients on it. But, real quick light, I'll show this a lot. This is a gift I got from a nice guy named Corey. I don't know if you'll ever see this. This is actually a Larry Cohen signed one of the props from the film, because there were about hundreds of these things scattered around the supermarkets in the movie, and Larry Cohen was signing you could get this, and Corey got this for me, and again, it is signed by Larry Cohen himself. And sadly, the director has passed away, but this is such a nice gift, and I wish there was a way to prop this, but maybe if I put it like right here, or maybe like right here. Oh, that's not... Am I a fan of this movie? Yes, I am a fan of this movie. Thanks, Preliminary, for the kind words. There you go, kind of in the, maybe the foreground there. Yeah, I don't know how to, if I do, yeah, a bit backward. Have that little bit of the background there for the chat. But yes, I am a fan of this movie. This is a very underrated film. If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, I'm seeing the chat as well as the movie itself. So I'll get some refreshments. I don't know how many out there know Jesse Swerber. You love this stuff. Your favorite Larry Cohen. This is definitely one of my favorites. Absolutely. My favorite is probably The Ambulance, but this might be my second favorite. Caleb, what's this movie about? It's a 1985 movie. Imagine The Blob if it was the frozen yogurt. And it's a great satire on stuff you're addicted to, whether it be alcohol, cigarettes, fast food, and how that stuff can kill you. Well, people eat this and get addicted to it, but it actually does kill you. It takes over your body, and there's some nice practical blob, 1988, the blob type of effects, but this was 85. And it's a great satire on that fast food stuff, and are you eating it, or is it eating you? Stars Michael Moriarty. I haven't started the movie yet. We just started the stream. I'm paused at the beginning. So, I'm about 5 minutes in. I will get started very soon. Special effects with Larry Cohen. I haven't seen that one. Larry Cohen was hired to direct a live-action She-Hulk movie. That was going to be Larry Cohen doing the She-Hulk. I heard the Brigitte Nielsen thing, but I didn't know Larry Cohen was going to do it. But yeah, I have paused at the beginning. Let's start at 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Well, I'm 3 seconds in, and starts right off the bat. Starts the bat with this guy going around finding this kind of like crude oil, kind of like a weird version of the Beverly Hills Billy, but this really white, sick substance. And of course, this guy, the first thing you do is pop it in your mouth. That's what you do when you find stuff in the ground. You just pop it in your mouth. God looks like Jonathan Winters. It's tasty. It's sweet. Because again, when you find anything in the ground, you just pick it up, you taste it, you lick it up. That's what you do. That's really what I do. It's white. I mean, it could be, I don't know, some creamy goodness that you see in porn films, for what I understand. Could be that, Could be the ground just having a great orgasm. I don't eat snow. You probably eat yellow snow. It's like white oil. So we have this little kid who his family is going to be one of the early victims of being taken over by the stuff. And Larry Cohen is one of those guys that was just a very independent guy. He never really got a big studio movie. And yes, Chocolate Chip Charlie. Yes. Michael Moriarty does a great job in this. He's a lot of fun. This might be my favorite role of his. The role in To the Winged Serpent is close. Paul Zarino as the Colonel is a lot of fun. Yeah, Danny Aiello, who's in the 1990 Jacob Ladder film. Patrick O'Neill's got a box around. If I understand, when people have boxes around their names and credits, it's because them or their agent asked for it. I guess to supposedly stand out. Ed French was the makeup artist on this. Okay. That sounds familiar. What has Ed French done? But yeah, I mean, Larry Cohen had a distinct dialogue when he wrote his movies with the way the characters talk. You look at To the Winged Serpent, and this is a guy who finds this monster movie, this monster, and the first thing he wants to do is get paid. That's what he's worried about. He's worried about getting paid. Like, no, I'll tell you where it's at, but you better pay me. That's some effects. It's like the Blob, and this is, of course, after the Blob original, which I'm not a fan of the original Blob, but this is 3 years before the Blob remake. And like, this is definitely a take on cigarettes, alcohol, or even fast food that it could be killing you. You don't know it, but the companies are not going to tell you. They don't tell you if it's killing you, as long as it's making the money. There's still stuff that's doing it. Yeah, and it's all about the marketing, the will. It's all about the marketing. Ed French also did Sleepaway Camp effects. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cielo. Again, about addictive substances, which is a lot of addiction. Nicotine, alcoholism, all that, which is not healthy for you, but yes, people still do it. So what if it was an actual living, breathing creature that would control you and eat you from the inside out? I love the marketing commercials. Like, here's one of them. And you have to make up like the design, the jingle, the fake commercials. There's a lot of good creativity in this. It's never enough. Yeah, if you say so, lady. Yeah, stay away from the mellow yellow. That's what I should be doing. But I got Mountain Dew Code Red today, so I'll be tilted quicker. These guys try and find out the secrets of chocolate chip Charlie. It's like all those people that try to find out the secret to what was it, Coca Cola? What was the big secret to it? And they try to find the secrets to what makes Coca Cola taste that way. And then they hire Michael Moriarty, who he kind of has a little bit of a Columbo vibe to him, where he seems a lot dumber than he really is. He's less smarter, and he kind of dismantles people. Well, it's the 80s. Of course, Coke had cocaine. They should bring it back. There's two sweaty palms. That's another sweaty palm. It's kind of like you have to concede the society's marketing because everyone else that likes it is trying to force it upon you. Pretty much. Its ambition exceeds its budget. Uh, I like the makeup effects though. I think the makeup effects are fun and they have a charm to them. Much more than if it was just CGI. I mean, it's not the Blob 1988 effects, but I think for his low budget, there's definitely a good charm to him, to it. And that happened, I mean, with a lot of Larry Cohen films. I mean, even the ones he wrote, Maniac Cop 2, and the ones he directed, like my top three would be The Ambulance, this movie, and Cue the Winged Serpent are my top three Larry Cohen films. And sadly, he's passed away. He's very much passed away, which is too bad. You know why they call me Mo? Every time people give me money, I always want Mo. You're not quite as dumb as you appear to be. No one is as dumb as I appear to be. And Michael Moriarty, I mean, there's a reason why he worked with Larry Cohen a lot. I mean, not just this, and To the Winged Serpent. They worked together on a Masters of Horror episode. I think it was called Pick Me Up. And what was the other? Oh, The Return of Sam's Lot, which I don't remember much about. Not that asshole out. God deserves it. I don't think the family is completely taken over by the stuff at this point. Damn, the father is a dickhead before the stuff. That's the thing with a lot of these '80s movies. Like the dad always had like a suit on or something. It is spoiled. Larry Cohen did not really make Cellular. He wrote an early draft of the script. I mean, there's other people that made it, but he had a hand in it. And Cellular is a good movie. I mean, you got to think about it. isn't yogurt have some type of bacteria in it? Like regardless. Hey, Agent Azure. The 80s of the decade of the working man. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, nowadays, you don't have any working class people nowadays. It's either all the way to the left or all the way to the right. Hey, Jillian Slowwater Baines. Nah, I would not say this is like street trash. I mean, street trash is definitely more graphic and it's more, I don't know how to put it. That's definitely more satiric. The same law that protects Coca Cola. And you got a Coca Cola can. I know Larry Cohen, he actually wanted to have these in stores as part of the marketing, but I guess he didn't get the money for it or something. I mean, it is a fun horror movie, but yeah, you can look at deeper meaning into the film. Absolutely. I didn't like you have to create the design of the canister, you have to create the commercials and the marketing, the jingle. But you know later on, yeah, that catchy, it's the stuff you enough is never enough. It's the stuff. I don't know what the hell fursuits have to do with the stuff. I mean, it's yogurt. What you eat yogurt? You don't be hot and sweaty wearing these fursuits. It's from sexy ladies. When you do use sexy ladies to sell products, nowadays it'd be used too sexist. Yeah, y'all take off. I'll say he's a smooth talker. Mo Rutherford. Rutherford. Every time they give me something, I always want Mo. And I remember when I first saw this, I wasn't sure about the southern accent Moriarty was showcasing, but I thought it kind of worked with his deeming like a country yokel bumpkin, but people disarmed by that, and he's a lot smarter than they did. Kind of like Columbo, he's a lot smarter than people give credit to. So pretty much, Michael Moriarty is hired to look into the secrets of the stuff because other people want to copy it so that they could sell with their products. Again, kind of like I said before, people want to know the secrets of Coca Cola. And if you can't do it officially, so you got to try to. Some people try to do it unofficially. And you have the '80s, you have the hairstyle, you have the clothes, you have all. I mean, there's a charm to it all. But so many films try to be '80s nowadays, and they just don't have the charm. It's like, how do I put it? Try hard. It's like they know they can't do anything worth a shit nowadays, so they try to desperately get that nostalgia bucks today, and more often than not, they don't really work out. This movie's not like the Toxic Avenger. I would not say that. This is nowhere like a trauma movie. And there's the pros among all the other stuff. Seven Up and everything else. But yeah, baby sucking on the stuff. Baby's gonna be the damn baby from what was it? Ally McBeal. Took the damn. Ooh, that kid fell right into that damn stuff. Tripped right into it. I wonder if that was planned, him tripping into that stuff. I mean, this isn't really going to do anything, kid, but if you say so. And you have people just like grabbing with their fingers and shit. That's okay, guys. Don't do anything. Just let him keep doing it. Just stand there. This might have been one of those on there. This might have been one of those, one of these. This was probably one of these. This is probably one of these in here. Hey, Lord Cosmo. Hey, Video Bird. With all the standing in the supermarket and in there, this might have been one of those. Maybe it was that one right there. Hey, Joe. Doing okay? Dave. Hello there. Just watching the stuff. I'm 15 minutes and 35 seconds in. I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Joe. I'm not sure what to say about it. I definitely think it's a movie that as it gets going, it gets more and more crazy, which is good because it doesn't stay just mundane. It gets crazier and it becomes like big, huge versions of the stuff and a little bit more intricate effects. And here's Danny Aiello, good character actor, who's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Hudson Hawk with Bruce Willis. He was in Jackie Chan's The Protector. He was in Jacob's Ladder from 1990. Hey, Jeremy. And Danny's mentioned it's the same as yogurt and ice cream. Doesn't want to say the secrets of it because, the absolute dangers of it. Yeah, there's a lot of underrated films from the 80s. Like Killer Comes from Outer Space is a fun one. Uh, Video Bird 300, I'm just talking about the stuff. This was a paid request for a commentary, so I'm sorry. I'm just not going to answer random questions today. This is really on this stuff and Larry Cohen. That's the big mistake, feeding that dog. And then after it, you find out that the dog is a bit addicted to it as well. And you say the dog is the new master of the house. Yeah, that dog wants more of his stuff. Luis Jedizilla, hello there. Anything with George Romero's Zombie is good. Gold, I disagree. Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead prove that's not the case. And sadly, I don't think this film. I mean, a lot of Larry Cohen films didn't do a whole lot at the box office. Maybe some of the films he wrote, like the Maniac Cop films and uh, those films back in the day, It's Alive, because that got 3 movies. Sadly, no sequels to the stuff. Funny enough. Why is your master afraid of you? Because he's addicted. He's friendly to Michael Moriarty, though. Definitely friendly to him. Maybe he thinks this guy's going to feed him more. Oh, yeah, there's a shitload there. The stuff, Pretty much what the stuff does is it's like a imagine this is like a yogurt ice cream. You eat it. It slowly takes over your body, controls your mind, controls everything as you get more addicted to it. And then if it gets more and more agitated, it's kind of like the Blob. If you ever seen the remake of the Blob, 1988, it'll move and consume you and move around the walls and overcome you. It's I did. If you've never seen the Blob remake, number one, check out the Blob remake from 1988. It moves like that. It can do that. Yeah, like a parasite. Yeah, a nice guy named Corey sent this to me a long time ago. This is one of the in the supermarkets and stuff. The background, like here in this restaurant, the store. This is one of the props, and it's signed by the director Larry Cohen, who sadly has passed away. Now the dog is pissed off, and Dan Aiello is up shit creek because he's been feeding the dog this thing, and now it's hey Fabio, how you doing, man? I would have invited you on, but I figured you had done the live stream for Labor Day, so I figured you were a bit tired. Otherwise, I would have invited you on. And here's Dan Aiello being attacked by the dog, and I think you get your first bit makeup effect. There you go. The dog's jaws are opening it up more and more, and the stuff comes out. You know, a lot of this nice marketing. Yes, rest in peace, Dan Aiello, a great character actor. Like I mentioned, he was in the Bruce Willis film Hudson Hawk. He was in the 1990 film Jacob's Ladder. Uh, he was in Jackie Chan's Protector. He was in a lot of movies. I think Do the Right Thing. Great character actor. My favorite is still Jacob's Ladder, the chiropractor. And this is now of Michael Moriarty still researching, trying to find the secrets of the stuff. For everyone out there, I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer just random questions. This is a paid request for Johnny about the stuff. I think the conversation should be about the stuff. I think that's only the right thing to do. Or about Larry Cohen. I'm sorry. So I can't just be talking about random stuff. Not in this type of thing. But this was cool is that back then you would have these type of movies, whether low budget or not, that still had enough of a budget to make it seem like this could go into theaters. This would be worthwhile in a movie theater. And there was creativity. You had good actors. Michael Moriarty's a good actor. Danny Aiello is a good actor. Chocolate Chip Charlie, of course. He'll be coming up. That guy's a good actor. And nowadays, there's a bunch of teeny boppers that can't have to wear out a paper bag in a fucking snowstorm if the paper bag was on fire. It's Chocolate Chip Charlie. A little bit of a little bit of wannabe kung fu. And that's Garrett Morris is his name. Yes, the real Ant Man, exactly. Garrett Morris. And yes, rest in peace, Larry Cohen. Very good writer. They got to my asshole brother and my nephews, and they sold my shit and they kicked me out. And Darren Morris was in a lot of stuff. I mean, he was in films like Car Wash back in the day. He was in a Richard Pryor film called Critical Condition. I think he was in Coneheads. Decent amount of stuff. A lot of TV shows. The Jeffersons, he was on some of them. Married with Children. And Larry Cohen, I mean, he passed away in 2019. Like you said, he had a lot of interesting movies. God Told Me To was interesting. He did black exploitation films at the beginning, uh, like Hell Up in Harlem and Bone and Black Caesar. And he came up with the ideas for films like Phone Booth, which I think is a good film. One of the really good Colin Farrell films. And again, Larry Cohen just had a distinct way of writing. And like I said, my personal favorite is The Ambulance. If you've never seen that, that's a film with Eric Roberts, where Eric Roberts played a comic book artist who works for Stan Lee, and Stan Lee's actually in the film. And he meets this woman one day, which is Janine Turner, the girl from Cliffhanger, and she falls ill and goes to an ambulance, and he goes to the hospital, but she's not there. And he realizes there's a conspiracy where a group of people have this ambulance and they're kidnapping people to get their organs out and sell them in the black market. And so Eric Roberts teams up with this officer, female officer, and you also have James Earl Jones in it, and that's a very fun movie with some really good stunt work. The stunt people I think would go on. They had worked on I think some PM Entertainment films, and they would go on and work on like some of the Fast and Furious movies, and I think they did stuff on Maniac Cop 2, like some really good stunt work. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like the Bystanders meets the Blob. That's the best way to put it. Like the Blob, and it turns people into bystanders. That's the best way to put it for this. I don't know if there's a. Well, I mean, the stuff they never actually created for real. That would have been cool. That would have been cool if they created this for real. And I don't know. It would have been nice if like there was a sequel, or if there was a. It got released on Blu-ray, but it would have been nice if for a limited time offer you could buy the stuff. But I don't know what flavor they would put it. But it's funny. It's the stuff is in a Pepsi case. I did more of that. Oh, here it is. Like it's like the Blob. It's going up through the window. Chocolate Chip Charlie doing his kung fu against the door. I like those old school effects. I forget the exact way you do it. I don't know if I don't want to say stop motion. Nice practical effect. And like, what the fuck happened to him? You're not going out there. Well, I hope you got a gun on you, Charlie. If that thing tries to kill me, you kill me first. I wish Darren Morris was in the film more. That's one of the few nitpicks I have. Um, I wish the because I like Darren Morris. He comes back much later on in the film. I wish he was in the film more. It was like a buddy movie because Darren Morris is a lot of fun, but I see him do a little bit of kung fu madness, and now they bleed the stuff. Well, he punched that guy's face off. And this thing, they eat so much of the inside out, there's not much left. So he punches the guy, and the guy's face came off because there's not much left on the inside. That's some fun bit of business. Uh, the stuff is a sentient being like the Venom symbiote. In a way, in a way, it ate so much of the inside, and the guy, Michael Moriarty, was able to punch the guy's face and jaw off. Yeah, Sally. I mean, if it was like that would have been fun in '88, two competing the stuff two and the Blob. That would have been fun. But now, especially with Larry Cohen gone, it's too late. You got any of the stuff? I got the stuff, the good stuff. There you go. And then, thanks to Johnny for the paid request, and thanks to Corey for this very Largo, this very nice gift. Some trivia on the film apparently, uh, in some scenes with the stuff chases characters, a foam made of blended fish bones was used. stained so much as soon as the shots were done, the actors ran to a river in order to bathe and get rid of the stench. For the props, the stand-ins, a lot of it was Haagen-Dazs ice cream yogurt, and for one scene involving an enormous avalanche of it, a fire extinguishing foam. My main inspiration was the consumerism and corporate greed found in our country and the damaging products that were being sold. I was constantly reading in newspapers about various goods and materials being recalled because they were harming people. And that's true. So many fucking times you would have products that, oh, by the way, we know we're harming it. What would we call it? I'm like, well, what about the people you fucked over already? For example, you had foods being pulled off the market because they were hazardous to people's health. The sheer volume of junk food we consume every day, we continue to eat these foods despite the fact that some of them are killing us. That's when I started thinking this stuff could be an imaginary product. This tasted ice cream dessert that's being consumed by millions and is doing irreparable damage to humanity. Everybody's gobbling down this yummy food, so how could it possibly be wrong for us? Apparently, the original cut of the film was said to be much longer, was more dense and sophisticated, feeling that the film was too long. It was cut to increase the pace of the film. It says in 2021, this long lost cut has apparently been found. I remember hearing about that, but I don't know what happened to if they're going to do some release for it, a 4K or whatever. I don't know. So apparently, there's a longer cut of this film. It would be weird if this concept happened in real life. Who says it hasn't? If we're being honest, who says it hasn't? The film was not a hit. Larry Cohen feels it was hurt by the fact it was sold as a horror film and not as a satirical comedy. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think it's going to be a scary horror film, it's not. It's much more of a comedy satire. And this was New World Pictures. That was, I think, Corman's company. Which, when the Punisher '89 with Dolph Lundgren was coming around, they were bankrupt, and that's why that film sadly went to VHS. New World wanted a straight up horror film, and in retrospect, the stuff had more comedic aspects than executives were expecting. They thought they were going to get a flat out horror movie with a lot of gore and scares, and we made a film that was more satirical, had a lot of humor and commentary. We played the characters for laughs in many cases, and that greatly diluted the horror element. It made the stuff more of what I would consider a Larry Cohen movie, and less of a conventional horror movie. I think New World was disappointed that it wasn't more horrific and nasty. Well, I mean, we got that with the Blob. So, best of both worlds. Ross O'Hare, what do I think about the film? I think the film is a very fun B movie with a good satiric edge to it about, like, again, consumerism. I think Michael Moriarty does a great job as this fun, Columbo esque character, this Southern twang that's disarming and at the same time has a good charisma to him. And Michael Moriarty was always an interesting actor anyway. And it does have some fun practical effects. It's a pretty short film. I mean, we're 30 some minutes in. There's only like 52 minutes left, and that's with the end credits. So, goes to John Witch Beetle. Thank you. Yeah, I like the effect of the stuff moving. Yeah, John Carpenter's the thing with the body horror aspect. I mean, that's to me is the best practical effects. But I mean, you can't get better than that. But the '80s were just it was people wanting to get better. Here's that fun jingle I was talking about. The taste that make you hungry for more. These commercials are real too. Watch some 80s commercials, and they are really like that with this jingle. Like, watch the Jason Alexander one for McDonald's with the McDLT. Type in the McDLT McDonald's commercial from the 80s, and Jason Alexander's in it. And it's like, and the hot stays hot, and the pool stays cool, and they're dancing to McDonald's. Go search that up, and you'll see just how real that commercial is. That in this movie, man. Again, the McDLT Jason Alexander commercial. Look that up. But yeah, back in the day with these 80s horror films, they tried to be, it was competing. Oh, you did this? You did a werewolf film? Well, I'm going to do werewolf film, and I want to do my werewolf film. Oh, you did that effect? Well, I want to improve with makeup effects. No one does that anymore. This came out in 1985. No one does that anymore. No one competes with effects or makeup effects. Oh, what is that? A Atari? Old school video game someone's playing. Someone's actually playing a video game in the movie. That's that Zach song, is it? I forget what it's called. I forget what system that is. I don't know if that's Atari or what. Have you played Atari today? And now the family's trying to get the youngest son to eat it. Sort of the bi-stature. Yeah, the jingle is what sells. Yeah, exactly. That was the big thing in the 80s where marketing is the jingle. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Or I still remember Ninja Turtles, the VHS 1990, with the Pizza Hut. Making it great. There's that Dr. Pepper jingle back in the day. Yeah, maybe it is Commodore 64. I never played Commodore 64, so I don't know. It could be Commodore 64, yeah. But yeah, I never played it. Here's that body stature element where the family's turned and now they're trying to turn the younger kid. Beat the shit out of him, kick him in the nuts. Get the shit out of him. Yeah, Dr. Pepper. And that had the guy from American Werewolf in London doing the commercial, David Naughton. Would you like to be a pepper too? Are we asking you for so much? And the kid does kind of a smart thing here. He takes the stuff. Granted, I don't know why the parents don't watch him. Like you stay in that room until you finish it. Now, granted, I mean, this is movie logic. One parent would have just went in there and watched them eat it, and you're not leaving until you do, or tie him down, force it in his mouth. But the fact that they leave him the whole upstairs, and so he flushes it down the toilet and puts what was it, shaving cream in it? Which I mean, I don't know. Eating shaving cream might be worse than the stuff, honestly. But I've never eaten shaving cream, so I don't know. And still another feature of the sentient being. You see this effect of it trying to crawl out of the toilet. And little elements to keep the illusion that this thing is an alive being. I imagine the blob if the blob was white. How come there's not a black one? It's racist. There's a red one and there's a white one. Where's a black one? It's racist. Shaving cream. I think that type of shaving cream is still around. Well, don't be. You don't have to have it all the way to the top, kid. You just have a little bit gone and make it seem like you ate some of it. You don't have to have it perfectly up there. Have it halfway full and say you ate it. Hey, PS5 has no games. Hopefully that's a different spoon. If any of the stuff is in there, that's gonna fuck you up. Hopefully that's a different spoon. Doesn't have any remnants of the stuff in it, or you're effed in the A. You're dead and fucked. And those old school 3D magazines. I remember having those magazines. There was like a Simpsons one. You look at it, it's like 3D. Back when you had magazines, people might know what the hell a magazine is. Yeah, we had these things with paper in it. You look through it, it's called a magazine. And there were even these things called 3D magazines you could flip through. And and it comes with glasses and 3D glasses. I know, I think there was one, like I said, I think there was one of the Simpsons I had back in the day. Now the kid's running from the parents. And thankfully, Michael Moriarty is there. Again, that's a little bit of plot armor. I will admit, a bit of plot armor. Michael Moriarty just happens to be there at the very same time. An adult comic in 3D? Time Sentinel? Lucky man. An adult comic in 3D. Thank you, Woodstock. Thank you, everyone out there who's come on by, even for a little bit. Everybody has to eat shaving cream once in a while. Because the kid threw up in the back seat and he apologized, and Michael Moore's like, well, it's okay. Yay, everyone has to eat shaving cream once in a while. I'm like, no, they don't. I never had. Darren Morris is still alive. He's 85 years old. Very cool. Is Michael Moriarty still around, or he just retired? Because you never see him in anything nowadays. I guess he's retired. He's an actor that might not be well known to a lot of people, because he was on I forget what TV show he was on that a lot of people might know. But it wasn't Hill Street Blues, was it? It was because he was in Clint Eastwood's Pale Rider. He was in, like I said, a lot of Larry Cohen films. He was in a TV show. I forgot what the hell. Law and Order. It was one of the Law and Orders, I think. I think it was one of the Law and Orders. I think the original Law and Order, actually, the first couple seasons. But yeah, he's kind of retired. Because, like you said, you never hear him again. Like, you don't hear him do anything much. He was in that Larry Cohen documentary called Teen Cohen, which was cool. Yeah, Law and Order, the original TV show. I forgot he was in Along Came a Spider, that Morgan Freeman film. I forgot about that. And Courage Under Fire. That's a good movie. But he did some bad ones. Dark Tower from the 80s is pretty bad. And Troll. He was in the first Troll as Harry Potter Sr. That was his character name. I forgot. Yeah, he played the character Harry Potter Sr. in the original Troll. He's Harry Potter's father. Up bit of the stuff sneaked on in. And it's simple effects, but it's done in the right way, and it's still more charming than CGI. 2007, Hitler Meets Christ. That's a hell of a title of a movie. That's the last film Michael Moriarty was in. Yeah, that kid booked it, so he did a smart thing. While Michael Moriarty and this girl are in the stuff facility. Well, Speed True Junior, that's Troll 2. This is the original Troll. But yeah, Marco Moriarty was in the original Troll, which is an awful movie. Troll 2 is better than Troll 1. And Troll 2 is a bad movie, but funny. Troll 1 is a bad movie and it just sucks. That's just a terrible movie. This is a way better movie. And again, there's a reason why Michael Moriarty kept working with Larry Cohen because it was the best movies he was making. Two the Winged Serpent, this one. I'm trying to think of other movies that dealt with consumerism in a horror satire way. I know there are, but I'm trying to think. It's hard to think off the top of my head. That close sign looks like it was just drawn on with crayon. What is it? The mines? Oh yeah, because they're pumping it out like oil. The stuff, and they have these like yellow hazmat looking suits. They live. I don't know, but well, yeah, that's true. There's consumerism in that. The dollar bill. This is your god. I mean, yeah. So they live. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic. They live. Man, everyone wearing these yellow suits. Why the color yellow? I don't know why. They all look like Tweety birds in these damn yellow suits. Bunch of Tweety birds around here. Come on, kid, don't hide in there. That's the dumbest place to hide. He's hiding in the empty tanker truck. That's the worst place you could hide. Fuck you hide in there for, kid? Stupid. That's like the worst place to hide, kid. You would have been better to getting caught. Fuck's sake. I'll make a run for it. Try to get to Michael Moriarty. There's the stuff. Again, these yellows, like everyone is Tweety birds. This Tweety bird's family. So they got in the. Oh yeah, they probably assume the kid left on the airplane. They don't know about yet. And this is 1985. It's not like you just had cell phone. You just call and make sure things were the way they were. Scott Bloom as Jason did not act in many well-known roles after the stuff. Is that the kid? Just not good with names. Is that the one who plays the little kid? Now that girl that says that's the stuff, I think that's the same woman that did "Where's the Beef" way back in the day, where there's a big commercial. It's like where's the beef? You know, where's the beef? I think that's the same girl, the same old lady that did that. So they are for this, and in that, enough is never enough, and the stuff. And where's the beef was a catchphrase for Wendy's in the 80s. I think that was just coming out around the time this did. See, this is definitely the blob like. Because it's in the bed with them, it covers Michael Moriarty, and now it's like taking him all the way up the. Well, that's okay, lady. Take your time. He's only, suffocating. That's okay. That's okay. Take your time. Don't touch it. It's over his face, suffocating him. This is a pretty dangerous stunt. Like, okay, we don't put this thing on your face, and then we don't light your face on fire. And that's real fire. I mean, even that little bit there, that's pretty, dangerous. Uh, Anyone who wears a flannel shirt like that, you gotta be careful of. And there's the stuff consuming this person, taking them up the wall. I think this was done like a Nightmare on Elm Street when Tina got killed. The house, it go on the set, they tilt it. So Michael Moriarty and the girl are kind of tied down and they turn the set. So guy looks like he's going up the ceiling. That's a cool effect. See, that's some nice stuff they had to think of off the top of their head in order to detail. And in order to be creative. People had to be very creative back then. And you don't have that nowadays. Nowadays, people don't worry about being creative. Here, it's like, okay, we gotta make this creature go up the wall and consume someone. How do we do that? Oh, we build a whole set and it turns. So it looks like going up. That's a lot of hard work and creativity. No one does that anymore though. I would just put it, we make the film in 10 days and it's on a computer. That's it. Just ridiculous. But I mean, sadly, it's just what it is, and that doesn't mean there's not good films nowadays. There are. It's just it's not the peak of the '80s or even I would say the '90s, especially the early '90s. But it is what it is. Just sadly, just how it is. Sadly. Like Elm Street, when Johnny does tear his son to the bed, the blood electrocutes some of the crew. Yeah, I mean, it's some dangerous shit. But well, there's no buzz. It's dangerous shit. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Anytime you're making a movie is dangerous stuff. Absolutely dangerous stuff. Says here, shooting began in August 1984 and wrapped in September. It was shot in New Paltz, New York, New York City, and L.A. Post production January '85 at Raleigh Studios in L.A. Like I said, main inspiration was consumerism, corporate greed found in our country, and the damaging products that were being sold. Larry Cohen wanted to cast Arsenio Hall as Chocolate Chip Charlie since he thought he not only a good actor but a rising star. The executives of New World Pictures wanted someone more recognizable and cast Garrett Morris instead. So yeah, Chocolate Chip Charlie originally was going to be Arsenio Hall, but New World said, nah, he's not famous enough. Get Garrett Morris. Garrett Morris did a good job, but that's crazy. It could have been Arsenio Hall. Just like with the ambulance, at first he wanted John Travolta, but they said no, so he got Eric Roberts. It was given a limited theatrical release in the U.S. in 1985. Yeah, limited. The day the stuff opened in New York, a hurricane hit and the newspapers were not delivered. We had received some good reviews, but it didn't matter because nobody ever got to read a single word of them. Jesus, that figures. That fucking figures. Time said I don't know who Clara Peller is. Oh, is that the Where's the Beef girl? Okay. Sorry, I had a brain fart. That's the Where's the Beef girl, Clara Peller. Okay. Where's the beef? Clara Peller. And you're saying the other girl was Ava Goda from Barney Miller. Okay, then. Gotcha. So Clara Peller is the Where's the Beef girl's name. Now they sneak you into this whole outside location where the stuff is just really being grown out of this lake. And you see some, charming practical effects. And even the music has a bit of a light motif to it, like somewhat playful. This was never meant to be a horror, steery, dark, dingy movie. It was never supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, it's still a movie about a killer Yoder type of thing. It's not like that shitty looking Winnie the Pooh movie. It looks fucking stupid. It looks like garbage. This actually knows where its head at. That movie's head is up its ass. But that's just me. Knocked him right the fuck out. Stole his hat like he was Indiana Jones. Remember Raiders of the Lost Ark? He hits the eye and the hat pops up and he puts it back on. You actually ate shaving cream. It's not good taste, I'm afraid. Well, as Bo Rutherford says, every man's got to eat shaving cream. Again, for folks out there, I'm concentrating on the stuff in Larry Cohen because this is a paid request for Johnny. And I can't just be talking about any other random movie and topics for folks out there. That wouldn't be right to Johnny. I'm just talking about random stuff that has nothing to do with the movie. So I'm sorry, folks. And that's why it's called the stuff commentary. I did a bit more plot armor. Thankfully, he was right here to hear the kid talking, and the kid was not talking at all until just now. So he could hear it and try to get the kid out of there. So a bit more plot armor, but exactly, knock him the fuck out. Drive that truck out of there. Knock his ass down. There you go. I love those old school punch effects too. Hey, apathetic Black Queen. Thank you, Soda Popinski. I think a nice, charming effects on the stuff in that lake. Yeah, drive it the fuck out of there. I'm guessing that's some model work. They've had a smaller thing to blow it up. The stuff is a fun film. Stuff is definitely worth a look if you like 80s movies. Kid, this thing could just get over you, so. I think this guy gets his head run over. I think so, this asshole. Oh, he gets his legs run over. And his face explodes. That's right. Angelo, every video I do underneath in the info box under each video, there are links to my PayPal and Patreon. Every video I do in the info box below the video, the links are there. I think it's worth it to own. I enjoy the film. I guess it's up. If I need to rent first or something, and then it's up to you. I mean, we all like different things, so that's why I recommend this. I don't know. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Depends what you're into. I think the phrase "eat shaving cream" to represent consuming things that aren't edible. Yeah, like Larry Cohen knew what he was doing in terms of writing. Like you look at *Q the Winged Serpent*, you know it's a monster movie, but there's a yeah, you have a main character who first and foremost wants to get paid, even though lives are at stake. He's like, no, I want to get paid, and I'm a criminal. I've done some bad things, but I want to get paid, and I want this and this, which is more realistic. He Larry Cohen helped write *Cellular* with Chris Evans, which is a fun movie. A phone booth. He helped come up with the idea, which originally was going to be Jim Carrey, but then he chickened out and it was Colin Farrell. Yeah, now praise on these guys that ditch into the stuff. With all this stuff in here, it's going to waste. And then playing on addiction. And the cops are being controlled as well, so it plays on their addiction. How you get an addict to fall in line? Fake eating. I wouldn't want to touch it. I wouldn't want to touch the fucking thing. There you go. That was like a Captain Kirk hit, From don't bypass this small town. We go to a large city. See if we get a chance. Good idea. I mean, don't stop at another small town. Go to a big one. Oh, this is where you get the military guys played by Paul Zarino, one of my favorite characters in the movie. Paul Zarvino's a lot of fun. Paul Zarvino, he's been in a lot of stuff throughout the years. What's the one people probably remember him the most from? Sally passed away this year, I believe. Sally. He's a good character actor, and he's the father of Mira Sorvino. Goodfellas, yeah, Goodfellas probably the big film people remember him. He was in The Rocketeer. He did a good job in that. He was in Money Talks with Charlie Sheen, Chris Tucker. He was a lot of fun in that movie. He's a lot of fun in Money Talks. He was in Most Wanted. He, like I said, The Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, Goodfellas. But yeah, he's a lot of fun in this. I could toss you off this tower. It will. In fact, you land over there. He was worried about the commies putting fluoride in our water system. This is like a conspiracy military coup type of group of people. Yeah, he was great in Money Talks. Victimone. What the hell is a victimone? How about some Perinon? How about some Colt 45? Yeah, Corey sent me this, and what he told me, he got this from Larry Cohen. He got it from and got him to sign it, and apparently this is like because there's a lot of stores that have a bunch of these, like a 50 to each one or something. So I guess this is one of them that was in the movie somewhere. And Larry Cohen would you could buy one of these and get an autograph, and Corey was nice enough to give me one of these. So very nice prop, very cool gift. Paul Zarino is just so committed to this guy that just knows that the government's screwing them over and knows as his colonel guy. But he's not over the top either. We are your only army, son. Yeah, Money Talks is a fun movie. Not on Blu-ray. Sadly, does not have a Blu-ray in today's age. Yeah, and Sally does not have a Blu-ray. Money Talks. I mean, we only have like 20 minutes left, so this is going by quick, very quick. I can't see who's at the wheel. Someone's going to shoot you in the face, Mr. Youngbeard. I found this truck. I'm going to jam it right up your ass. Now bend over, you Tweety Bird looking motherfucker. What's up with the yellow jumpsuit? Do you worry about when you piss yourself, you'll hide it? You pissed your pants, you can't tell because you're all covered with yellow. Tweety Bird. I hate piss yellow. Oh, shit. I'm laughing because Paul Sorvino shoots the bad guy, and because they bleed the white stuff, Paul Sorvino goes, I like the sight of blood, but this is disgusting. That's a pretty funny line. I like the sight of blood, but man, this is disgusting. That's a good line of dialogue. And he says it matter of fact. That's what makes it funnier. They take over this facility. I think this is where you don't get the big avalanche tidal wave of the stuff. But you had a lot of these type of movies in the 80s, these fun comedy, horror, quirky movies. You had the Monster Squad. You had Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You had why am I drawing a blank? Tons of the stuff. Waxwork was fun. The Date was fun. I'm laughing because it's the other where Paul Sereno was really getting into it. It's America. We never lost a war. And the kid's like, what about Vietnam, sir? And Paul Sereno looks at the kid and goes, we lost that at home, son. They took their own lives, commie bastards. They cheated me. God, he's a lot of fun. April Fool's Day from 1986 is a fun movie. The Fly from 1986 is a good dramatic body horror movie. Yeah, kid, get the fuck out of there. I think this is where we're. No, not yet. Is Chocolate Chip Charlie coming back here? Oh, not yet. I don't think. What if you don't? What if whatever you don't like is inside you? How are you going to shoot it? I think there's that blob type of effects. Which I wonder if this is the type of stuff they also did with the Blob remake a few years later. Obviously, the Blob remake is more sophisticated. Obviously, some composition shots and stuff. But again, it's more charming than crappy looking computer effects. Up there goes those people. We have an avalanche of this white shit. Looks like the factory just had a big old load of cum. Because they shot their load. They're tired now. Yeah, the music score has a kind of nice peppy. It fits the tone of the movie. It fits the tone of the film quite a bit. And Paul Zarino, that's the thing in a lot of these movies, he gets these actors and gives them really good roles. And Cue the Weed Serpent, David Carradine is a lot of fun in that movie. And you have like Richard Roundtree in the film. And Maniac Cop, you got an early Bruce Campbell role. You help him sell that white shit, why don't you help sell me? And of course, in the ambulance, you have Eric Roberts, you got James Earl Jones, who's really quirky in that movie. Ambulance is another good one. What the hell is that guy's voice? What is this? World War Three? What the fuck was that guy's voice? Was that his real voice? Was that after the fact? What is this? World War Three? Well, I did have like 35 people watching. Now I got about 22 people. So, yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm just not that entertaining, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get better. I just because I don't really. If I like the film, I don't do a Mystery Science 3000 way of making up the film and picking on it. And I sincerely like a film. I don't make fun of it or yeah, I like these. These movies are cheesy. I don't fucking do that. Now, Troll 2 and Sound of Deadly Night 2, yeah, those are cheesy. But most of them I sincerely enjoy and fun. I'm glad I enjoyed the ambulance, Jesse. Of course, in the station, there's a $100 bill right on the wall. I think, yeah, $100 bill. Or is that $1,000 bill? Thank you, Agent Azure. Hey, Trickster, you love the stuff. It's a really good movie. Cool. What's your favorite part of the stuff? Here's Chocolate Chip Charlie and Garrett Morris. Which again, I guess Arsenio Hall was originally supposed to get this role, but New World said no, so Darren Morris got it. Which I guess someone asked him much later on about the film, and he said, "If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all." I guess he did not like working with Larry Cohen. He didn't specify why, but I guess Darren Morris did not like working with Larry Cohen. But he does a good job in the film. Like I said, I wish he was in the film more. He comes back and says, "Oh, I missed the guy." Newell Pictures, I mean, that was what Roger Corman, one of his companies. A lot of box office bombs, and they went bankrupt. The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren was a new world, and that was supposed to be in theaters in the summer of '89, and they had no more money, so then it got on VHS. It's an '89 movie, but I think it got on VHS like 1990 or something. Trickster, Chocolate Chip Charlie, and the action scenes. That's good. Real Weekly News. Hello there. My favorite part, maybe when the boy tries to escape out of the truck, the stuff tries to catch him. I saw it in here, the Real Weekly News, but sorry I didn't say hi earlier. So how many in here for the 20-some have seen the stuff? Just the people who've seen the stuff. Yeah, I love Paul Zarino. Paul Zarino is my favorite part. Speak one word of code, and I'll blow his head off. Uh, my favorite, my all-time favorite is the "Where's the Beef Lady?" Yeah, Clara Peller. Yeah, she says, "Where's the stuff in this?" Jesse Swarbritt, I've seen and loved it. Real Weekly News, I have many times. So, is this your favorite Larry Cohen film? Watching TV says I didn't own the Blu-ray. Up here's another makeup effect. Darren Moore, sorry. This is a big effect. Yes, it's not as sophisticated as like John Carver's The Thing, but they didn't have that budget. But it has some charm to it. Like maybe this makes you think a little bit of Street Trash. Mouth spreading wider and wider, and it comes out. There you go, like a big old milky smooth tongue. Broke his face in pieces. Coming up, I would say is probably the worst effect of the movie when Michael Moore already shocks it, like fries it. As much as I love the film, I will say coming up, this is the weakest effect coming up. Like he gets the electrical cable. It's when like the stuff gets on fire. This is the weakest effect I will say. Is yeah, that stuff there looks very like that there with the fire. That looks really bad. You tell that Michael Moriarty's not with the scene, and then this seems like a scene that what I forget who it was that said the budget wasn't there. This I could say I wish they had the budget for a bit more of this bigger ending. Smooth out the rough edges on it. That's one of the few nitpicks I'll give with the movie. That's rough looking. Just like it's real fire, but you tell it's like it's on the same world as the actor, and like I said, if there's a that's a and it's your last part of the movie, so the fact that that's kind of your weakest, eh. Like I said, it is a low budget film. Jesse, it's your favorite Larry Cohen, and Ambulance is a close second. Darren Morris was the original live action Ant Man on SNL. Yeah. Trickster, favorite Larry Cohen films. God Told Me to, Q the Winged Serpent in this film. Very cool. God Told Me to is a very weird movie. Q the Winged Serpent is one of my top three Larry Cohen. Special effects, I don't remember seeing. If I did see it, I don't remember a thing about it. Now that people are pissed about the stuff, burning the shit out of it. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. Ironic that the stuff is right next to a McDonald's. And KFC. That was definitely done on purpose. I'm surprised they got McDonald's permission because McDonald's don't fuck around. I mean, McDonald's, like, if you watch the trailer Red Dawn, there was a scene where the terrorists went to McDonald's and McDonald's told them to take it out. That's why it's not in the movie. It's in the trailer for Red Dawn, the original, but it's not in the movie because McDonald's told them to take it out. But I'm surprised McDonald's, unless they didn't know about it. I'm surprised McDonald's agreed. So he got it out to the public. Some people were getting very pissed off about it. Yeah, a guy named Corey, very nice guy, CD, Corey. He sent this to me as a gift long ago. I can't remember where the video is at. It's many, 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 many years ago. And he was at Comic Cons and stuff, conventions, and Larry Cohen was selling these, and you did an autograph. And out of the blue, Corey got this from me and sent it to me, which is a very nice gift. It's one of the nicest gifts I got. Same with the Danny Glover Predator 2 figure there. Uh, Same with another nice guy sent me this. Brandon. He sent me this, which is, remember the Phantom? Remember the movie The Phantom with Billy Zane? He sent me this. And this is another really nice gift. Fight evil. Slam evil. There you go. That's very cool. So. Yeah, Mac and Me, yeah. Well, Mac and Me was the McDonald's movie. So, I mean, Ronald McDonald did the trailer for the film promoting it. So, I think something about the profits would go to charity or something. Now, here the higher ups don't get their comeuppance, which is nice. And the kid's like, hey, my parents are dead because of you guys. I forget what kind of gun Michael Moriarty has. What kind of gun is that he has? This specific gun. Yeah, you love the stuff. Since you sell it so much, now it's time for you to eat it. You better eat it all. You don't eat a bullet. You don't need a big old bullet right between your teeth. Speed Truth Jr., no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, we got like 3 minutes of the movie left with the end credits, so. German Luger. Yeah, sounds about right. You eat as much of it until I tell you to stop. uh, Michael Moore already might adopt the kid because he's got the new girlfriend, and now kind of like a family. Are you eating it? Or is it eating you? Yeah, they're pretty much completely consumed from the inside out. And you hear the cop sirens, that means they'll be arrested. But now they're completely effed in the A in terms of their body. And now they're addicts themselves. And like a lot of things, when something's illegal, there's always going to be a portion to find a way to keep it alive. I swear this guy on the left, with the darker coat, I swear I've seen him before. I don't know if he's someone that got killed in the burning, like during the raft scene, and got stabbed, or maybe that's another guy. Yep, I don't, maybe not. Maybe it's a different guy. But yeah, there's always a black market for everything, even for the stuff. Which would have been cool to see in a sequel, but we never got a sequel because this film did absolutely nothing. Because it was released limited. Apparently, there was a hurricane around that in like New York or whatever, and New World barely released their movies. New World Pictures had a bad habit on releasing their movies, and this film just did absolutely nothing, which is too bad. Yeah, the stuff is a very fun, satirical look at consumerism and just how we could eat ourselves to death. And special visual effects by David Allen, David Stripes, Dream Quest Images. And then this is that sort of peppy music. Ed French, yeah, there you go, Ed French. Mike Matty, Steve Neal, Rich Stratton. Advertising jingles, Richard Seaman. Not that kind of Seaman. Michael Moriarty, Andrea Marcovici, Garrett Morris, Paul Zarino, Danny Aiello. Hurricane Gloria, 1985. Do you need to watch The Blob before you watch the stuff? No, they're two different movies. They're two very different films, and I think The Blob 1988 is much better. I mean, the 1988 The Blob is literally one of my favorite films ever. But this is a fun one as well. And it's fast paced. I mean, it's only an hour and 20 some minutes. The Clara Peller, the Where's the Beef Lady, Neural Pictures. Same company that released Godzilla in 1985. They released, I think, Dead Heat with Treat Williams, which someone mentioned. And that's a little bit of the commercial, and the movie's over. This stuff. And 1985 is a good year for movies. I mean, think about it. 1985 is the same year as Rambo 2, Commando, Death Wish 3, Invasion USA, and that's just for action films. Think about that. Rambo First Blood Part 2, Commando, Death Wish 3, Invasion USA. Just action films. That's insane. I think I said in the video 1985 is one of my favorite years in movies. Yeah, Back to the Future. I was talking about like just action films alone, and then horror, like Fright Night. I love the original Fright Night. I know that's coming out on a 4K. I don't know if I picked it up because I don't collect a lot of 4Ks because they're pretty expensive. But Fright Night I love. It's one of my favorite vampire movies. Yes, the stuff is never enough. But yeah, the stuff is very entertaining movie. Very entertaining film. Like I said, my favorite is The Ambulance, which I have over here, I believe. Yeah, I have it up there by Stream Factory, no less. Yep, The Goonies, Rocky 4, Remo Williams, a lot of good stuff in 1985. Good year for movies. Yeah, I like The Ambulance more than Michael Bay's The Ambulance. I will say that. But I'll stay on for maybe 10 more minutes or so. I don't care about the Winnie the Pooh movie. That looked like absolute garbage. More into slasher films, but all-time favorite action movies: Falling Down, Expendables. I like those two. So you like 80 slasher films, or just any slasher films? Yes, The Stuff is a fun movie. Like I said, probably my second favorite Larry Cohen film. But yeah, The Ambulance is my number one favorite Larry Cohen. Yeah, the Elm Street franchise, at least the first four, are really good. Uh, Intruder, yes, I do like Intruder. I don't like the ending, but I do like Intruder. But I think the ending sucks. But Intruder's a fun slasher film. I wish the ending was different. I don't know who Kenny JD is. The stuff did not do well at all. The stuff, like I said, New World Pictures did not know how to release their movies, which is one of the reasons why that company went belly up by the time a couple years later, 89. And it was limited, and New World wanted a serious horror film, and Larry Cohen made a satiric comedy with a little bit of creature feature stuff. So it did not do well at all. And there's like a hurricane. Someone said Hurricane Gloria in 1985. It was called Gloria. So there you go. Disney does. It doesn't matter what Disney thinks because Winnie the Pooh is public domain, and that's why it can be made. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Winnie the Pooh got in the public domain, so Disney can not say a single word about it. New World, I believe, did distribute the first two Hellraiser films. Yes, and I like those. And those were some of the few successes New World had because Hellraiser 1 and 2 are, I don't know, guess they got lucky. What can I tell you? But those are good movies. But again, yeah, the how I put it, the like New World. I'm trying like New World Pictures. Like, what films did they actually release? Like you mentioned, yeah, Hellraiser 1 and 2. Like under the actual New World Pictures. I guess technically like Death Race 2000 stuff back in the day. AB James, you keep mentioning the Nun. I've never even seen the Nun, and I don't care about the Nun, so I don't really know why you keep mentioning it. To be honest, I've never seen the film, never cared to. Well, in the '80s, they released Hellraiser, Hellraiser 2, Chud. They released Chud. I like Chud quite a bit with Daniel Stern and rest in peace John Hurd. The American version of Godzilla 1985. Transylvania 65000 with Jeff Goldblum, which is better than the last Jurassic Park movie. Wanted Dead Alive with Rutger Hauer. Rest in peace, Rutger Hauer. House. I think they released the House films. House films are a lot of fun. So I would say like the House films, Hellraisers, this movie, Chud, The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. That's some of the best movies in the '80s by far. Oh, thank you, Bobby Reynolds, for the super chat. Whether you want to watch the Banana Splits movie or Winnie the Pooh, the Banana Splits, because at least there's an explanation as to why they look that way. Winnie the Pooh is supposed to be Winnie the Pooh. It looks like just two random yokels wearing shitty masks from some shitty Halloween store. So the banana splits, because at least there's a reason why they look that way, kinda. Here it's Winnie the Pooh, but they went feral, but they look like just a bunch of wannabe Chainsaw Massacre rejects wearing overalls and country bumpkins, and they just have a shitty mask. But it's supposed to be Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, but he's got like human hands and with hammers. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb. Yeah, Creepshow 2. That's right, Creepshow 2. Which I don't mind. I don't love Creepshow 2, but I don't mind Creepshow 2. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is a good marketing strategy that will make them money. Because when you shoot a film in 10 days and you have people talking about it, it's going to make money regardless. People will watch it to either laugh at it or laugh with it. So they did a good marketing job, marketing strategy, and that's the only reason they made it. They don't care about making a good or bad film. They just care. Let's put it this way: when your trailer gets 1.9 million views and other trailers are getting like 50,000 views, that's why it was made. Winnie the Pooh got in the public domain because I believe after 95 years you go in a public domain, and they said this will get people even go, what the fuck, that looks shitty, I'm gonna watch it, or that looks crazy, I'm gonna watch it, and they made money. And again, we shoot in 10 days. There you go, money in the bank. You look at a film like The Stuff, which is horror comedy and actually has something to say about consumerism. It's actually got some good actors like Michael Moriarty and Paul Zarino. See, this is what we had back in the day. Now we got Winnie the Pooh horror movies. Matrix 4 did not get people talking. I mean, I didn't hear people talking. And also, Winnie the Pooh is going to go to streaming. It's not going to theaters. And what costs more, Matrix 4 or Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh has to make like $5 and it makes a profit. No one was really talking about the Matrix 4. It's like they do a reaction for their YouTube channel, and then most of the time, those people don't even watch the film, to be honest. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of people getting butthurt because I said the trailer sucked, and then they disappeared when the movie came out. I'll say that. When the movie came out, those people fucking disappeared. Hey, this Matrix trailer looks like shit. Oh, you're an incel. Movie comes out, they just a fucking peer. I'm like, where are you? Huh? See how shitty this movie was? Quiet. Dead quiet. I said Matrix 4 would flop. I said it. I said it in that video. The video is still up. Go to my channel, type in Matrix Resurrections. I ranted on the trailer. I said it was going to bomb because no one likes Matrix 2 and 3. No one cares to see it. For the majority of people, it's like Blair Witch Project. Why make Blair Witch 2016 when most people hated Blair Witch? I said that too. And guess what? That film bombed. Because people don't like Blair Witch. So they don't want to see it come back. It's not like Top Gun, where people like Top Gun, they see it come back with Top Gun Maverick. And it was a much better movie than Matrix 4. I agree. Matrix 4 and Winnie the Pooh is just made by a bunch of baboons. Well, the guys who make Winnie the Pooh, they're just smart in how to make money. Because unlike Matrix 4, Winnie the Pooh, how much do you think Winnie the Pooh costs? For those who saw the trailer, really, sincerely. It didn't cost 50 million. It didn't cost 30 million. It cost enough that with 10 days of a shooting schedule, give people watching it, laugh at it with a couple beers. There you go. That's all it needs. And again, it's a good marketing strategy. And there you go. So, there you have it. There you have it. Blair Witch 2016. Do you mean the original or the new one? Because I love the original Blair Witch Project, but Blair Witch 2016 was boring and nauseating. I agree with that. That's just the way it is. I'll go for 15 minutes and just make it even 2 hours. Since I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes, I'll just do it for an even 2 hours. So I'll just go 15 more minutes. Once again, thanks go out to Johnny if he sees this. Thanks for the request for the commentary. Thank you, Caleb. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck at work. I don't give a shit about Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not even a fan of the first one, really. And the monsters, I said it looked like dog piss. And people, oh no, it's gonna be the best Rob Zombie film ever. Beverly Hills Cop 4 is a disaster waiting to happen. You know what? I wish it wasn't. I hope it isn't. I actually would love to be surprised by the Beverly Hills Cop 4. I would love to be surprised. I don't want to see another shitty Beverly Hills Cop film. I want to be surprised. That's what people don't understand. I want to be surprised. I want to. Wow. I'm surprised. This is a good movie. Cool. Bad Boys 3. That was one. Oh man, another Bad Boys movie after this long. But I like Bad Boys for Life. Whatever you feel about Will Smith nowadays, I did like Bad Boys for Life. I did. I like all three Bad Boys. I think the first two are better, but I like the third one. Expendables 4, I don't give a shit about. Yeah, I know. Thanksgiving made a movie on low budget. Yeah, a lot of films do. Well, it's not even made for DVD. It's made for streaming. Jason Voorhees, hello there. Now that's an image. If Jason Voorhees was confused, if Jason Voorhees had the stuff. Everyone who hated Prey now loves it. I'm not sure what you mean. Who hated it? People in the comment section? They hated it? Like, how do you know they hate it but then they love it? Like, how do you know? Time Sentinel. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is just coming soon. It'll go to streaming. I don't know if it'll be Amazon, Netflix, what the streaming service will be. I have no idea. Yeah, we just got done watching The Stuff. Very fun, underrated Larry Cohen film. Rest in peace to Larry Cohen. Greatly missed. Talented writer. We don't have a lot of that nowadays, especially in the horror field. I do have the Arrow Blu-ray of The Stuff. It's over there. I just watched it on my computer because it was easier to do it that way. But I do have it over there. Sadly, no interview with Michael Moriarty, but it does have a commentary and bits with Larry Cohen. Well, no, that's why I said it, Trickster, because I saw Jason in the chat. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Winnie the Pooh, the horror movie. It's a fucking stupid idea. It's dumb. It's a live trilogy. Those are not the Larry Cohen films I really go to be honest. I go more towards his later work. Like the Stuff, Q the Winged Serpent, the Ambulance. That stuff I go more towards. Michael vs. Jason fan film? No. Didn't see it. Demons or Night of the Demons? I don't know, I like both. For different reasons. I like both for different reasons. Who did though? Time said, "Don't you said they hated on it? Is it the people in the chat or people in the actual stream? And if so, who? Like, what are their names?" They hate on a lot of videos they made. You mean like people in the comment section, or? See, that's why I don't know. I like this stuff more than Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead, I'm not a fan of the ending. I'm not a fan of everyone dying. It's a good movie, but I'm not a fan of everyone dying. I think some of them could have at least lived. I have Maniac Cop 2 and 3 on Blu-ray, not the first one. Yes, John Hurt. I mean, he was in Chud. He did a great job in Chud. Rest in peace to him. Really like Chud. I think it means people saw Critical Drinker's positive review and now love it. Well, oh well. I didn't. I still don't like the movie. Prey is the worst film I've seen this year. Yeah, I liked Willy's Wonderland. The live streamers. Okay. So it's the live streamers. Do you remember any of their names? Is it like Nerdrotic or As or all that stuff? Mauler? Am I anticipating any more films come out this year? No. Humongous, I wasn't a fan of. I think it was too dark cinematography wise. There wasn't really any interesting kills, and I wasn't really big on it. Stupid bugs. It's that time of the year for bugs. Stupid mosquitoes. Pumpkinhead 3 and 4 are bad, in my opinion, yes. So bad I tipped my desk here. Well, I mean, if Critical Drinker likes it, that's fine. I think the film still, Prey still sucks ass. I wasn't big on it either. What's wrong with that expression? He said if you use the expression, what's wrong with that expression? Oh, thank you, Bobby Reynolds, for the super chat. Would you think if Knuckles could work in R-rated in the same way Raphael? No. No. I think they're two different characters, two different sentiments. Ninja Turtles started off R-rated in comic book black and white form. So at least there's a basis in its original consumption. Oh yeah, big, humongous. Yeah, I okay, I do. But no, Knuckles would not work. Raphael the Ninja Turtle, again, there's a basis in the original comics where one of the early issues is Raphael getting a pipe and almost breaking his baby brother's head open with a pipe because he was angry and pissed off. And the Raphael one shot where he meets Casey Jones. So that right there is a basis of animosity, and you could create more with that. I don't see that with the Sonic characters. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I liked it for different reasons compared to the first. I do think the first film was better paced, but the second film had a bit more action. Am I a fan of spicy food? No. Which is worse, Rise of Strong? Stop it. YouTube. Stop it. I don't know. They're all bad. Volcano is definitely more underrated. Alan Stanley, take care. Films only on VHS. You like to get a Blu-ray? There's a lot of them. There's a lot I like to get on a Blu-ray. Now the Juggler with James Brolin. That's only on VHS. Watchers 1, there's a DVD, but it's pretty much a VHS quality. That'd be nice to get a Blu-ray with Corey Haim, the first Watchers. Watcher 2 have it, which I have, which is cool, but Watchers 1 would be nice. What did I say? Watchers 1, Night of the Juggler, James Brolin. What was the other? Nightlife, aka Grave Misdemeanors, with Scott Grimes from Critters 1 and 2. Fuck Rambo 6. Fuck the twin sequel. because Arnold is desperate for money. Could definitely make a standalone movie starring Raphael. I always thought so, but see, at least there's a basis for that. Unlike Winnie the fucking Pooh, there's a basis in the original comic. Again, there's a psychological breakdown where one almost kills his baby brother because he's living in a fucking sewer in the middle of goddamn nothing and piss and vinegar. Outsider, you're a teenager, can't even get laid, can't do any fucking thing. How many teenagers have anger issues right now, let alone if you're stuck, can't even get laid, can't even fucking do anything. A lot of stuff you could deal with. The Abyss of True Lies do not have a Blu-ray release. Blame James Cameron. Blame Jimmy Tammy. That's Jimmy Tammy's fault. Hopefully Friday the 13th gets back to the big screen. I disagree. I think all those franchises just stay dead. Just stay dead. In my opinion. I don't need any more Halloween Kills or Halloween 2018s or what there's Hellraiser reboot with the female Pinhead. Yeah, Night of the Juggler, I really enjoyed. I saw that recently. You saw in the 70s. Wow. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer. No, Humongous, if it actually had good characters and gore or anything else, Humongous is just very forgettable because what is there to actually like about the movie other than the location? Oh, thanks, Blue Adventurer. Yeah, Corey sent me this. I disagree with being slow. I mean, it's an hour and 20 some minutes. So I disagree with it being slow, but teach their own, man. The new Pinhead is trans, not female. Well, whoop de fucking do. I'm sorry. New Pinhead is trans, not female. Well, oh, well, good for him or her or it or what. Grace, the Pinhead on the show what its pronouns are too. Because that's what we need. I love Jack's back with James Spader. Fuck Avatar 2. Fuck that movie. Yeah, Humongous, the location was the only thing I thought was worth a shit. 80 slasher films I like would be My Bloody Valentine, some of the Friday 13th and Elm Street films, April Fool's Day from 1986, Silent Madness I enjoyed. I don't give a fuck. My favorite TV shows are canceled. And I never go on Twitter. I've been on Twitter 5 times in 2 years. Avatar sucks. I thought it sucked back in 2010. January. Look on my channel. It's one of the first videos on this channel. Is I saw Avatar and I think it sucks. So people say like to hate on. I said it sucked back in January 2010 when I saw the movie. I thought this is a good effect, but the story and characters suck, and it's like Desert with Wolves meets Fern Gully, the last fucking rainforest. I disagree. I think Avatar still sucks. I don't think it has an amazing story. It's the story you've seen done 20 times. I saw it done in Dance with Wolves. I saw it done in Fern Gully. Saw it done countless times. And the acting? You mean the guy that went on to do Clash of the Titans and Terminator Salvation? Fucking Avatar. It won't flop, but I think it suck. Dance with Wolves is too long, but I think it's better than Avatar. The new Pinhead is what? Trans. fans. Okay, good for you. I'm proud of you. I have the Blu-ray from Stream Factory. It's good because it has the uncut version. They cleaned it up so the uncut footage actually looks like it belongs with the regular footage. The features suck. Oh, that's cool. You can like Avatar. That's fine. I don't care for it. I never did. The Perfect Weapon Rapid Fire. I'll go with the Perfect Weapon. I like both, but I'll go with the Perfect Weapon. But I guess I'll end it here. Um, it's been 2 hours, and then this is a counter for the stuff. Thanks once again to Johnny. Thank you all for stopping by. Uh, thanks for taking the time. Take care for folks out there. Thanks once again to Corey for this gift. No one's requested the crow. Yep. Peace out. Take care. Thank you, David and Agent, Speed Truth, Real Weakness News, Trickster, Bod Zombie. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. I did get your requests. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Take care. Thanks, Predminator. I appreciate it. Well, it'll be uploaded, so for people who want to watch it, it'll be uploaded. So, thank you, Jesse. What did you do this morning? Did you do anything fun today? I jerked off. Here's a video. No, I'm just kidding. No, I slept this morning, and then I got up and I played a paid request for Ghostbusters 2 for NES, the European one. It's a paid request. I played that for an hour and beat it with save states. That will be uploaded in a day or two. Probably 2. But tomorrow will be 2 requests to upload. One is on Sega CD and FMV ones, and the other is a reaction to a really cool stop-motion horror movie where this guy took figures of Ash, Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Pennywise, Chucky, got all the sound effects, all the music, all the voices, and did like a 40-minute movie where they have a big old fight. It's actually very well done, and I reacted to it, and that'll be uploaded tomorrow. So either late tonight or tomorrow. So check out for that. That's called, it's funny, it's from another guy named Johnny. The horror movie, the horror battle royale stop motion movie. For those who, it's a guy who did, the guy who did was Adept Grimlock, ADEPT Grimlock. And he did like a 40-minute one. And he has like Bruce Campbell and Brad Dourif, like Chucky, Ash, Pinhead, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, all of them fighting. Well done stop motion with the figures. And good editing. That'll be uploaded, as well as stuff on Sega CD FMVs. And then the Mike OCP requested me play Ghostbusters 2, the European one, which is actually a good version of Ghostbusters NES. So that'll be uploaded sometime tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, the day after. So, but yeah, check out Adept Grimlock. That's the guy's channel who did that. For those who want to see, unless you want to just wait till later when I upload the reaction. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Take care, everyone. And we will see you guys later. Ciao for now.